Hello and welcome to another video. Well, today I'm going to go to a gallery sale in Hillsborough. We're going to have a bus trip, a tram trip. I'm going to meet up with my pal Jenny. We're going to do hopefully some sketching and just have a nice day. Come with us. Just need to make sure I've got my sketchbook because that wouldn't be any good. Yes, I do. Oh, and some money. I need a day ticket today because I'm going to go on a tram and a bus. So I will get that when I'm in there. Right. Keep it out. Get my charger. Yeah, one thing I feel like I've got a lot better at this year, or the last 6 months maybe, is not being so precious about drawings, because I'm like you say, I'm drawing so much. But it's not going to take a lot of emotional effort to do another one. No. Where before, when I was so precious about it and like wanting it to look just right, just perfect, it was just too draining. I wouldn't have been able to do another one and still like myself at the end of it, you know. I'm back and I have had an absolute ball. If you want to go to this art sale as well, it's the Cupola, Hillsborough, under the bed sale, and it's on until the 2nd of February. And it is a treasure trove of reduced original art. I did say a little while ago that I wanted to start buying more original art where I can afford it. Obviously, I don't have a lot of room in this house, and also I don't have a great deal of money, but I want to invest in people who are making art, especially in this world where the conversation has been had about the value of art, especially with the whole AI, generative AI thing. I want to put my money where my mouth is and actually support people who are doing art and doing creativity, because they're kind of like living their dream, aren't they? So I want to support that where I can. And this has been an excellent place to start. I was saying to Jenny, and she was saying as well, it's nice going out and appreciating art and actually coming away with something, because often I don't have a lot of money to spend on art, or it's either very, very expensive and it's an investment and I've got to consider it, or it's like a little tiny greetings card, which is fine. I love buying greetings cards and putting them in frames, but actually buying original art and not print, I don't know, there's something really special about that I don't often do it. So it was really nice to go through and have a look at the sale items that they've got there, and I've got some really nice pieces. These ones especially, there's something about them. I don't know where they're going to go yet, but that swirl, so I've got the key and the snake. There was a toss up between whether I should just have this one or this one, but they're £8 each for an original, and for that price I thought, why not get both? In fact, Jenny convinced me, at that price, get both. And it's supporting an artist doing their thing. So they were by Rose King Designer, and they have the tag of @Rose King Design. They're £8 each. It's also been nice to find new makers and new artists that I've never heard of before. And we found when we were looking around the under the bed sale that there were specific things that we were like, oh, that's lovely. And every time we looked, it was the same person. So it kind of really solidifies what that you do actually like that certain je ne sais quoi that they have. You might not be able to put your finger on why you like it, but everything that they did, everything that you liked, you looked up, and it was probably like one of a few people that you'd liked before. So there's also this one as well, which is it's called Underswell. Jenny got one out of this same run as well. This is a limited edition run, and this was £10 for a limited edition original print. And this is from Catherine I'm not going to be able to say this right. Catherine Desforges or Deforges, Desforges studio. And I was very impressed with a lot of the stuff that this maker made. I do love a bit of print work. I like this one as well, The Tourists Go Home. It's by Louise Wiseman, and they've got a business name of Many Hats, Printmaking and Other Creations. And that's a limited edition of 5 of 5, and I just like the colours, I like the overlay. I just really liked it, basically, really like that. I've also got this, which is by Tristan Felix, or Tristan Felice, depending on how you pronounce it. And it's The Raven Himself is Horse, and that comes from a poem. I looked it up online very briefly, and it's like a poem. The Raven Himself is Horse, something about Duncan something. Is it Shakespeare? I'll have a look before I edit this video and let you know. But they've got a little quote at the top, and that's an absolutely gorgeous print. And this is a limited edition, 7 of 10, and that was a tenner. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to try and decorate my bedroom at some point in this coming year, and I want to have a subtle kind of bird theme in there. Nothing overt, nothing too... do you remember changing rooms in the 1990s where they had neighbours swapped houses and they'd they did them up, and it's usually around a theme. It's not going to be too heavily themed. It's not going to be like a theme park, but I want to have a bit more of a bird influence in there, like nature birds. So that I was thinking could go well in my bedroom. And then there was this one. Now this one reminds me of something, and I don't know what. And I saw this and I expected this to be a lot of money. It's a limited edition print, number 19 of 20. I just think it's lovely and vibrant, and is it Gilbert and George that I'm thinking of? And it's Luke Almond, and this was £2.20. Absolute bargain, and I can't wait to get that in a frame. I really love it. Anyway, what you saw me doing before was measuring these, because I've got lots of art that I would like to frame. There's so much stuff I've got just lying around, even if it's just greetings cards that I thought, oh, that's a nice picture. I started framing them not long ago, and I feel so much more together in my head when I've got my art framed. So I've measured them, and I'm going to keep the measurements in a notes in my phone. And whenever I'm in a charity shop, I'm going to have a look through all of their cheap frames and see if there's anything that fits. So rather than spending £1 million on getting these professionally framed, I can just frame them myself. I do actually have a framing kit that I bought for my own original art a few years ago. And I've got some mount board, and I've got some mount board trims and some acid-free tape and all that kind of stuff. So if I wanted to do like a pro looking framing, I can. But also clip frames are fine too. But just some way to kind of protect them and make it more likely that I'm going to display them as well. But I'm so chuffed with those. I'm just going to transfer that into my phone. But for that I need to temporarily take you off that stand. So just bear with me. Bear with me 1 second, guys. I'm back. Yesterday I spent quite a lot of money buying seeds for the garden. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that I was planning on getting my garden all set up for the spring and summer to grow food and stuff in the garden. I'm not going to go too much on about it. But yeah, I spent a lot of money online with seeds for food and stuff. But later on I'm going to go in the garden and just do a little bit of measuring up there as well. I think preparation is going to be the key. Just like with those frames, I'm going to put some measurements in my phone. For example, for like where I think trellises could go. Let me just get you on a stand. Yeah, where I think like trellises could go and pots and stuff. And then when I see them, if I see anything that I like and it's affordable, I can be in a good position to get going with it. I'd really like some arches for the garden. Here's me saying I wouldn't go on about the garden. I'd like some arches for the garden. I've seen some on B&Q's website which are quite affordable, and you get 2 for the same price as 1 in some places. So I'll maybe go for that, but I need to just go and measure that and make sure that's fine. So I'll go and do that in a minute. Andy's making me a coffee, so I'll go down soon and have that. Before I go, if you watched the other video earlier on in the week or late last week, you'll have heard me talking about the AI consultation that the AOI is doing, the Association of Illustrators. If you're an illustrator, I would highly recommend you go and give some feedback to the AOI. They've got a quick survey that they're going to use to gather information to counter a proposal by the UK government to change copyright laws around the scraping of data to train AI in the UK. So the UK government are wanting to water down, or they're suggesting options that might be watering down copyright protection. So the AOI have made a quick survey to gather people's feedback and information, a bit of market research. They need people's responses by the 31st of January 2025. And you don't have to be a member of the AOI to do it. It's free to all illustrators. It takes 5 minutes tops. I thought it was going to be really confusing and really complicated. It's not. It's a multiple choice, and then so there's a few multiple choice questions, and then there's a bit at the end where you can, it's optional if you want, you don't have to if you don't want to, you can do a little free form typing about the impact of AI in your industry, what you think about it. Sorry, roll is just on my art. Just a minute. Come on. Oh, please. I know they were cheap, but also I don't want bum prints on them. Good boy. Get down, please. Good boy. He's a good boy. So if you are an illustrator, please can I suggest you go and take part in that. Like I say, it's dead quick, dead simple, but they really need a lot of data to make their argument for protecting our copyright, for protecting our work, for protecting our industry. Let's just put it at that. I'll pop a link to that in the video description. I'll also put it up on the screen just in case you are watching this in a pop-up and you don't have access to the video description. There'll be a little link here. If you go to the AOI's website and go on one of the tabs at the top, it's either news or something at the top of their tabs. Yeah, go and have a look at those and fill it in. You've got until the 31st of January. That would be amazing. Thank you, please, thank you. But this is where I'm going to leave today's video because I want to get in that garden before either it rains or it gets dark. So hopefully I'll catch you in the next video, which will be on Friday, all being well. So until then, bye.